What's up, people? Base Brawler here, and if you could probably tell from the tone of my voice or whatever, this is not a good video. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't even mind if people dislike this video, because, I mean, I wouldn't take it as disliking the video itself, but disliking the information. I mean, at the same time, don't do that, because Google's not going to see it that way. But I just wanted to give people another update concerning this game. Now, the ads, I get, okay? The advertisements being gone, whatever, it makes sense, you know. It's off the App Store, so, I mean, Bullet's not really going to gain any more people playing the game, really, if that makes sense. But this is something that is a bigger problem than that. In fact, a much bigger problem. And I really hope this doesn't happen to me. That's not why I'm making this video. For some reason the water looks still. Normally it like moves around. Oh, never mind, it's moving around. I see a little bubble moving around. Anyway, a problem people are having now apparently is restoring their save files. Now, guys, I don't know how exactly this is happening because I'm getting different results from, or different things from people. Some people are saying they accidentally press backup save, so when they restore their save, it's not there or whatever. And I actually did that one time. On my tablet, I believe. But luckily, I still had the game on my phone, so I could get the save file back from there or whatever. And it's all good. Some people are saying, though, and this is the even scarier part, is even when they press restore save without backing it up in a new game, which should bring their stuff back, they're still not getting their characters back and everything. Their progress is still lost, okay? Now, for me personally, this hasn't happened yet. Obviously, I still have all my characters and everything. But there is a missing link, or not really a missing link. It's more like something that ties it all together and it makes sense. So, if you guys either A, got rid of the game, not got rid of the game, sorry. If you either A, turned off auto updates and you still had the game, you're going to have 1.4.0 F6. Or, if you B, right after the game got removed from the App Store, got it from Aptoide, after you accidentally updated it to TapTap Marble, you should have 1.4.0 F6. Now, one of the people that told me about this issue said that they were updating the game to 1.4.0 F5. And when that happened, the game obviously messed up, and they lost their progress when they restored save. I don't know if it's necessarily a thing with the entire game as a whole, but there is two things you have to factor into this whole thing, okay? Number one is, I think the problem, this one is most likely, it could not be, it could be the other one I'm going to mention in a second, which I'm going to save the worst for last, because I really hope that the second one is not the case, but this one is what could be the case. Either way, it's a bad thing, though, because people are losing their progress, and even if you probably did get the version I have, you still probably can't get it back. I think the more likely reason is reason number one, which is the fact that the older versions have that glitch specific to them. And the people that lost their progress had an older version of the game. I feel like this one is more likely, because not everyone is saying this. I mean, a lot of people are, but not everyone is saying this. Okay? And number two, the less likely reason, but still possible reason why people lost their progress is because the cloud is messed up. Okay? As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on my tablet right now And I'm going to test if I can get all my progress back on my alternate account. But I will have to sign in as base brawler and everything, which kind of sucks. And then that means that when I want to go back to my other account, I have to restore my save onto there. But I don't even really play on my tablet too much, so it's whatever. But I want to make sure that it is the version number, because if my theory is correct, then if I restore the save onto my alternate account, it's not going to work. Okay? And this is actually the even scarier part. I think it would actually be scarier if it works on my tablet, because that would mean that it's just the servers, and it's random. So what that means is there might be a point where everyone gets affected by it. Because it was the same thing with the ads. I still had ads at first for a long time. I had advertisements. And then they finally got removed. That was, of course, after Bullet announced it. But there were still people even before that that said that ads were getting removed for them. Alright, I'm going to go test it real quick. And I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys. Yeah, I just tested it right now. And that was the case. It did restore the save file on this account pretty much perfectly. There was no issue. It didn't say anything really. However, when I went back to restore the save file on that account, on my alternate account, it did say reverting back to 1.3.05F or whatever, something like that. And then I noticed that the only character that I really had progress with was Suno. And the thing is, from what I remember, I have used other characters on that account, not just Suno. So that means that some of the progress was lost on there. Not all of it, because I still had Rice, Ricette, and guys, let me know in the comments if you're like back to Rayon and Suno. Okay, if you're back to that status. But I was back to pretty much like Rayon, Suno, Rice, Ricette, Pi, Royal Henchman. That's what I call them in my manga, Pi. And those characters, and it still worked. Now, I think what the issue is like I said, it's the version number, okay? Because like I said, mine worked perfectly. When I went to restore my save file, it worked perfectly, okay? But then when I went to get my other one, it did appear like some progress has been lost, but not too much. Like, Suno was still level 15. Then again, from what I remember, I think I was just trying to unlock characters on that account. So maybe... No, I know for a fact I was further in the game than that. Or at least some of the other characters were, had higher levels. Anyway... Yeah, it's not really a good thing. So if you guys want to take my best advice in terms of like the game resetting your progress, there are a couple things you can do, okay? One thing you can do, and I might make a video on this as well for those of you who still have your progress. One thing you can do, or if you want to start a new game and not worry about losing your progress again. One thing you can do, and I guess I should go over the number one thing first. Nah, I'll do that last, I guess. One thing you can do is when you play sagas, do not quit the game. Let the whole thing play out, okay? Because when you quit the game, if you guys look on the side of the screen, it will go all the way, the sagas will move up and everything. And I guess the game doesn't register that very well. So it causes the game to crash, and then not always, but sometimes when your game crashes, you'll lose your progress. I'm not sure if that's how it happened to some of you, but that's how it happened to me a couple times. And I lost my progress that way. And I had to restore my save, okay? Another thing you can try to do in sagas is, this isn't really that big of a deal anymore, but this has happened. When you watch ads... and, like, do a saga that's, what's it called? Do a saga that's not on the side scroll or whatever. So if it, like I said, it goes back up, the side menu for Sagas. If that goes back up and you watch ads, that's another way that my game has crashed. And I've lost progress that way as well. So, obviously you don't have to worry about that anymore, but it just goes back with what I was saying about the Sagas. You have to be really careful with that. And then, I guess another thing is training mode you have to worry about. Like, don't quit out of training mode. I'd say ranked is fine, because ranked loads everything really easy somehow, even though it's randomized. That's what I find weird. Ranked is randomized, but everything loads faster. And then, Sagas isn't randomized, but everything loads a little slower. I think it's kind of weird, but whatever. And then finally, I'd say the best way not to lose all your progress or anything when you log back into the game is to constantly back up your save file. This is something else that I've noticed a lot, is when I don't back up my save file often, that also causes my game to crash. Because, again, every now and then my game would crash in Sagas, but when I would back up my save files, it wouldn't happen as often. The second where I went like a whole day without backing up my save files, I even told Bullet about this, I lost all my progress. And that was because I wasn't backing up my save files. So I lost a whole day's worth of progress because I wasn't backing up. I know I'm not backing up right now, but I did do it earlier in the video. I'm going to do it right now because that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. And then you back up your save file, and you're good. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you all for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I'm really sorry for those of you who lost all your data and everything. If anything, for me, if that does happen to me, that just gives me more encouragement to play the game all over again. It would suck not having a really OP power level or anything, but at least I could go through and level up all the characters again, which I did say I was going to do on my tablet, but I mean, I'd rather not have to do that at all. That's why I want to keep this phone as long as possible, and quarantine is obviously encouraging people to not encourage me to get a new device. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was useful. If it was, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe for more Power Level Warrior content. Bullet is working on a new game at the moment. It's not going to be titled Power Level Warrior, but it is going to be either something similar or something to make sure that Toei doesn't get on his ass again, or Bandai, or whoever the hell removed it from the App Store. See you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.